In a race to find a cure for one of the deadliest diseases known, Hollywood stars, humanitarians, and just good-hearted people gathered at the Beverly Hilton to raise funds for this cause. Jay Baker brings us the story.
Within the International Ballroom, I watched guests dine at the 8th annual PanCan, an evening with the stars to donate time and money in the fight against pancreatic cancer.
We have come all the way across the country to, support PanCan and try to find out what we can do, to be useful to other people who have pancreatic cancer like myself.
This is my first evening of the stars, and I am, very fortunate to be able to be here and overwhelmed by the honor.
Also in attendance to lend their names to the cause were actor and comedian Jay Moore and NBC's Today Show host Katie Couric.
My nephew, Jeff, my sister's second son, was participating in this event, and so this summer he asked if I would come out for it. And obviously, pancreatic cancer research is something I care deeply about.
I think it's important always, as Americans, I think it's our civil duty to rally and help each other, and I think that's what makes this country so great, whether it's Katrina or rallying for 9/11 or we always seem to rise and help one another, and this is one of those occasions.
Guests were delighted with the celebrity participation in hopes that it would bring a greater awareness to the public.
Dr. Isikoff mentioned that there's going to be a lot of, very important people out here supporting, again, pancreatic cancer, and, it's great.
I'm very excited. I didn't know until just recently that Katie Couric's sister had died of pancreatic cancer. It brings a bigger awareness to pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic cancer affects the pancreas. It does not discriminate and is the number 4 cancer killer in both women and men in America.
When my husband was diagnosed basically April 29th, I knew that he would be a survivor just like Randy Stein is. Unfortunately, that didn't turn out that way, but he gave it his all, and he died 2 days ago. And I am here for Bobby Gunner because he deserves it, and I wish all the best to everybody else that's out there.
I am a current patient of Dr. Isikoff, who will be receiving an award, and I just want to come out here and, kind of help out.
Of all the cancers, pancreatic cancer has the highest fatality rate. In the United States alone, 32,180 people will be diagnosed with having pancreatic cancer. Of that number, 31,800 people will die. The PanCan is a non-profit organization continuously battling to lower those numbers.
PanCan has benefited me. Actually, when I was sick, my wife went online and found the PanCan organization. Through that research, I got a PanCan pal, which is part of what they do, and a lot of my fears and as far as the surgery, post-surgery, how the chemo would affect me, what I needed to do, in order to get through the day. The man that I spoke to was invaluable in helping me do that.
We provide support for patients and families that are dealing with this disease. We raise money for research, and we create awareness and educate the public about pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic cancer is basically a death sentence. It's the least funded of all the cancers. That's changing right now because of this organization. So it's very important. Nobody should receive a death sentence from the doctor.
Last year, the National Cancer Institute had a budget of $4,824 million for cancer research. Yet, in spite of having a 99% mortality rate, only 1% of that total was spent on pancreatic cancer research.
PanCan is very, very important for awareness purposes, for the research dollars that are necessary, and just for the whole enthusiasm and the hope.
See the results. Since 1999, they've, I think, quadrupled the funding for pancreatic cancer, and they've just made so much strides, and tonight you get to ask people for their money, and faith and science meet in one room, and you got to get a cure for these things, and you can't rely on government grants or government agencies. It's got to go back to the people.
Former Virginia State Senator Emily Couric died of pancreatic cancer. Her sister Katie gives us her opinion regarding government legislation.
I'd like a lot more money to go to cancer research in general, even though they spend a lot of money. I think only 3 out of 10 government research proposals are approved through the NIH and the NCI, so clearly more money could be used to I always think we need to protect our most valuable natural resource, which are the people of this country.
In addition to monetary donations, live and silent auctions and raffles were held. Jay Moore was back to MC the night after having been honored in 2004 for his contributions to the cause against pancreatic cancer.
I'm just happy to be a part of it, and I can't wait for the auction when I get to watch multimillionaires not bid.
The Black Tie Gala brought out tuxes and beautiful gowns to the red carpet. Jay, along with his girlfriend, actress
good, I
Nikki
guess.
Cox, stood gorgeous
We're
in front
this
of the
little
cameras.
section.
It looks well dressed.
Can you believe this? Oy.
However, I just had to comment on Jay's tie.
I'm like, that's my
The whole
job.
way down, I'm like, my tie, I look like I'm driving a Crown Lincoln Victoria, and I'll pull it around when you're finished. Beat me.
Unlike breast cancer or heart disease, where early detection can make all the difference, there is no effective early detection method yet available for pancreatic cancer. Still, there are individuals taking the initiative to bring awareness of this deadly disease to others. For Inland Valley Magazine, I'm Jay Baker.